Aloha Pisces, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing your monthly reading for the month of February 2020. So happy Valentine's month. We are going to be focusing on romance and romantic partnerships this month. I'm also going to be giving you a little bit more guidance from my regular deck. And then I have chosen, pulled from the deck of the Animal Spirit Guide deck, animal guide for you for this month, and that we'll be sharing at the very end of the reading. So let's go ahead and get started. So your theme for this month is the Nine of Earth, and you know me, I love the nines. I will apologize for the lighting. My ring light broke as I was setting things up. My tripod tipped over and the bulb broke, and so I don't have the regular light that is normally shining this direction for you to be able to see the cards. So I'm making do with what I've got because, of course, in Hawaii, there's no place to buy such a thing, and even with Amazon, it takes quite a while to get here, at least a week. So anyway, that's the reason that you're not seeing these as bright. So Nine of Earth, nine, of course, we talk about reaching new heights, right? It's a very lucky number in Feng Shui, and this is about enjoying the little luxuries in life, right? Very much about being grounded, spending some time alone, right? So making sure that you've got that downtime, that quiet time. If you are self-employed, this bodes really well for you this month. Things are going to go well for you in the month of February if you're self-employed, right? And not to say that they're not going to go well if you're not, but one thing you might want to look at if you haven't watched is my Chinese forecast for the Chinese New Year, because the Chinese New Year happens, the solar New Year, on February 4th, and so if you haven't checked that out, you might want to do that. I'll put a link below. And then later, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can love your life. Super excited to share that with you. All right, let's see what we've got here. So we've got a pretty good balance. So earth, fire, a shift or change card, and water. So pretty good balance of this energy this month. Five of Fire is coming in. Fire cards are all about passion, about action. They aren't an idle card. There's a lot happening for you this month, and you've got to really stop focusing on too many different things, right? When you have that happening, it's a split energy. And so this Five of Fire is about competing goals. And so you really need to look at what is your most important thing that you need to focus on this month, and then just hone in on that. The other stuff will get done or it won't get done as necessary, but you are going to have a much more successful month. You're going to be able to accomplish more if you just hone in on one particular goal. And then we do have the High Priestess coming in. This is Archangel Haniel. Archangel Haniel is, she's typically associated with moons. In this particular card, she's encouraging you to have some patience, right? So don't be, in a space of like, oh, this hasn't happened yet. There's always divine timing at work. And tap into your intuition, right? Tap into that inner knowing that you have that helps guide you, right? Consider what you want before you take action. So it's not, a lot of times we take action without even really thinking about what is it that we want to happen, right? And it's sort of a double-edged thing, because you want to put out there what you want, but you don't want to be attached to a particular outcome. So there's, it's really an interesting thing. And I've learned some really beautiful ways and techniques to work with that. And I'll be sharing a little bit about how you can tap into that later. Okay, then we have the Ten of Water coming in. So water is really good. That's a really good energy, this Ten of Water. It's contented, family life, happy family life, right? Joy, ease, flow, very much that energy of connection with your partner, right? And with other people this month. You have a lot of really great relationships, people in your life that you can trust, okay? And there's this energy of like your needs are being met, your mental and emotional needs are being met. Well, I don't see anything about finances in this month, but again, if you're self-employed, that looks like it's going to be good this month anyway. All right, let's see what we've got for your romance for this month. Romantic relationships. I'm just doing 2 cards because I've got the animal card that I'm also doing for you guys this month. Okay, so we've got the honeymoon card coming in for you. Honeymoon is always a really great card to get. Sometimes it does mean an actual honeymoon, right? That you're actually getting married and going on a honeymoon. But often the way that I interpret this card is about taking a trip, spending some time in a place that's maybe unfamiliar to both of you, right? So fresh perspective kind of energy, but it definitely does relate to your partner and having time with your partner, enjoying that holiday time, right? So maybe you're planning something for Valentine's week, who knows, right? And then for those of you that are in a partnership and you're just not really sure whether, you know, this is the one, you are getting a really strong message right now that this could be the one. And the energy around this too, even if you're not dating somebody right now, is that you've probably already met the person that you're meant to be with, right? And so sometimes we meet people sort of peripherally and, you know, just don't really even get to know them, or, you know, it just, the timing of it isn't quite right. And then when the timing is right, we connect with them, right? More deeply, right? So there's a beautiful energy around having already met that person. So that's exciting, right? And if you're in a relationship, letting you know that, yes, this is the one. Okay, your animal guide for this month is the squirrel. I love the squirrel. The squirrel is going to help you get ready for some big changes that are coming for you, okay? So squirrel energy is all about preparation. So dotting the I's, crossing the T's, taking care of things. I always think too about clearing things out, right? Clearing the clutter, clearing out things that no longer serve you. That can be a big preparation time too. And some of you, you know, being that this is, we're coming up into tax season, maybe preparing in that way to set yourself up for success for the next year. So that's what I've got for you for the reading. Stay tuned to learn how you can love your life. Aloha again, it's Kim Jillian with Finding Your Fiji, and I want to share with you a little bit about how you can love your life. So if you ever have the feeling that you're disconnected, right? Just feeling maybe like you can't focus, like you're scattered, have a little bit of trouble completing things. Maybe you're feeling stuck, like you're in a rut and you just can't seem to shift whatever's happening in your life. Or it can be even a boredom, right? Same thing, day after day in your job, in your life, in your relationships. If you are tired of living sort of this mediocre life or having surface conversations, sort of that idle chit chat, and really feel like you want to make a difference in this lifetime, right? To really matter and to understand why you're even here, right? I would love to help you, and I have a new group program that's beginning in March called Love Your Life. And this is a totally unique program. I've never done anything like this before. It is really pulling together all the tools and the practices and the processes that I use to create my dream life, right? I live here on Maui. For those of you that don't know me, I live on Maui. I moved here almost 3 years ago now from Minnesota, and life is truly magical for me here. And I'd love to help you create a magical life as well. Just to give you kind of a little teaser about some of the things that are going to be included in this 9-month program is there's a whole section on creating connection. So connection, figuring out like who is your spiritual team of angels and guides. How do you connect with them, right? Seeing angels and feeling energy is something else we're gonna dive into. Getting messages from your spiritual team and also from your home, right? There's another section on letting go. This is really a key aspect to getting in the flow of your life. So we're going to talk about how you can find your flow, right? And what is your dream life, or what I term as your Fiji, right? What is your Fiji for you? Talking about surrender, which can sometimes be a bumpy road, and how do you handle that? Taking actions on faith and building that faith muscle, right? We have a whole section on increasing abundance. So, what does it mean? And when you land in paradise, what do you do when you get there, right? Also, what about the fears that come up as you're making your way towards your dream life? And then letting go of attachment to your outcomes, right? Because it sounds kind of funny to have sort of a dream or a purpose and then to let go of it, right? But we've got to do both in order to get in the flow. So this is actually a really cool program because I'm combining both my angel connection, that beautiful guidance that I receive on a regular basis, on a daily basis, and teaching you how to do that, and then also with the feng shui. So creating an environment that energetically supports you in the things that you want to be, do, and have in your life. So we'll actually include an expert feng shui bagua map for your home. So that's something that I'm going to personally do for you as part of this group. So to learn more about what's included in the group, and also to see the possibilities of doing private coaching combined with the group, as well as combining my week-long retreat. Wouldn't that be fun? A month in Maui, right? Maybe I'll have to do that sometime. A week-long retreat in Maui with me is also an option to combine that with the Love Your Life program. So I'd love to chat with you about this. If you have interest, please reach out to me and schedule a virtual coffee chat. I'll put links to that below, as well as links to the Love Your Life coaching options. So much love and aloha.